My friend,
Thank
it's nice
you.
to have you back.
I was going to ask you, did you save the best for last?
I did, of course I did.
Thank you.
Of course. Are you the very last thing in my show? I think you must be.
I think so.
Okay, listen, I have this iron. I love it. If you have it, we would love to hear from you. This is the only iron that has a built-in Italian boiler, and we're going to talk about why that makes that powerful burst of steam the most powerful. It's called the Eurosteam, and this is an iron that is now on a Wow Supplies last offer for you, which means this is a $200 iron that you are getting for a full $90 off, but only while they last. And we're also offering 5 easy payments of around a $20 bill, $21 and change on your credit card. We've sold over 15,000 of these just since September 21st. Very, very popular. You're also getting, oh, P.S., and by the way, free shipping on this as part of our deal. So that saves you almost $11. So it's a huge savings. That means the 90 off the iron plus the 11 off the shipping. That is over $100 total savings, and you get easy pay. So you've been an expert in steam cleaning for about 8 years.
Probably longer, yeah.
And so tell us all about this iron, which comes in colors, by the way, which we'll show you in a second.
Yeah. So there's an actual boiler built right inside the iron. Usually it's a big separate tank, and they can be very, very expensive. They're larger, more elaborate units. So the Eurosteam is nice and compact. It's for household use, and you get that nice, powerful, pressurized steam pressure that you're looking for.
It sounds like a locomotive coming into the station.
Yes. So you can actually steam all your clothes while they're hanging. Use it as you would a steamer, or you can use it like an iron. So it is 2-in-1.
Okay.
It's a hot iron. It'll burn you. It'll burn skin, but it doesn't burn or scorch any fabrics.
So how does that work?
It's a different technology.
Wow.
It's the way the heat transfers. That boiler is actually what heats the plate.
Okay.
And you actually have a 100% silk right here.
Would you like me to put it on the
Yes.
fabric?
And
all right, so this is a hot iron. I can feel the heat from back here. I'm not going to touch it.
Yeah.
It's been on its resting plate. I'm going to put it right here. Can you see this fabric?
That's
silk. This is a very fine gauge silky shirt. I'm going to set this down right there. Oh, ding dong. My mother came over to visit. Oh, I forgot my iron was down on the shirt.
Right.
Let's just leave it there for a while and see what happens.
So you'll never burn or scorch any fabrics. And the best part is there's no temperature settings. So linen or silk or wool or suede or chiffon, even balloons.
Look at that. Look at the balloon not popping.
So it doesn't even burn a balloon. This is how safe it's actually going to be on all your clothes and all your fabrics.
Oh, I love it. Okay, come over here and look at the colors.
Okay.
And all the other stuff that you're going to get, because this comes in some great colors. So here's your red. We also have it in blue. We have purple and we have black. You're getting an instructional DVD in case you need it, but it's very easy to operate. You're getting the water cup and the little funnel, and then you're also getting the resting sole plate. All of that for $21.80 on your credit card. Wow. Again, this will not burn or scorch your fabrics, and we have sold over 15,000 of these just since this debuted like less than a month ago, September 21st.
That's right, yes.
So let's put it to work on some of these hanging clothes.
So this is
notice this is still on. I'm not moving that.
Yeah.
That's still a hot iron on silk. Okay.
Yes. So this is rayon, one of the worst wrinklers out there, and it's also a delicate. So all your blouses and dresses, scarves, ties, wash them at home, delicate cycle, hang them. Look at that, it's 60 pounds of steam pressure.
Wow.
Now that's a very, very powerful steamer. It doesn't leave any water stains or wet marks.
Wow. And I noticed just really quick little bursts of steam. You're not like holding that steam button down.
I just used shots of that white button there. It goes all the way through. It does the back side. So it's literally going to cut your ironing, your steaming time right in half. It's so much less of a chore this way.
Okay, fantastic.
You can steam heavier fabrics as well, denim, linen, cotton. Steam your drapes, your curtains, or shears.
Okay.
You can wash them, hang them to dry right at the window, steam the wrinkles out from top to bottom. But in the hanging position, you're going to love it on anything with a nap. So things like velvet, velour, suede, or corduroy. Where normally those conventional irons, they tend to leave iron marks or they crush out the nap, and they can make your fabrics look a little old or worn looking. So right against that fabric, 60 pounds of steam pressure. Not only are those wrinkles gone, it lifts the nap, so makes your fabrics look like new again.
I'm super impressed.
Yes, it's so easy.
And you know, often you have something that's just a little bit wrinkly, not really needing to be cleaned.
Exactly.
So you need to have a really good steamer just to freshen up things like your coat jackets.
And I do find a lot of steamers, you tend to go over things over and over and over because they're not under pressure like the Eurosteam. They don't have
because they just come out with a little
powerful
A little puffy steam, and you do have to go up and down and up and down. It takes a long time.
Yeah, and this is wool, so suit jackets, you wear them once, you send them to the cleaners.
Right.
And how often really are they still clean? So not only will the Eurosteam save you time, it saves you a lot of money at the dry cleaner. So easy just to freshen those up.
That seems like what they use at a dry cleaner. Like
pretty
you
much
always
is.
hear the big steaming sound when you go in there to pick up your clothes.
Actually, dry cleaners do use systems with boilers. You know, they're built into the walls, or they're big, huge tanks.
Right.
So years ago in Italy, they came up with the Eurosteam. They've taken a boiler, they put it right inside the iron. So everybody can use it at home now.
Fantastic. Okay, here's denim. Denim is notoriously, you know, it's thick, it's a thicker fabric, difficult to get the wrinkles out of, right?
And I'm going to crease these for you.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you crease your jeans. Some people
Some
like
do,
to.
some don't.
Yes, and it is a nice heavy fabric. Now on the board, you're going to love it for sewing or quilting or creasing your dress pants. And with any sort of conventional iron, you'd iron one side of one pant leg, then you'd have to flip it and iron the other side of that same leg, and then you still have the whole entire other leg to
you have to
do
go over. It's like in essence doing it 4 times.
4 times through, yeah. And then if you put a crease in the wrong spot, well then you're in big trouble again, right? So again, push the button down for steam. You can use bursts of steam, and it's so smooth, and there is a little bit of weight to the iron.
Right.
You want some weight so you're not pushing and pressing. And
Well, there's a boiler in it too.
Yeah, and
it still glides. It's got a ceramic sole plate, which glides right over the clothes.
So beautifully. A couple of swipes, heavy denim, 1 and 2
Wow.
razor sharp crease lines lined up properly.
What a time saver.
So 1, 2, 3, and 4 layers of heavy denim done in no time.
That's impressive. By the way, did you notice that I have not moved this? It's still sitting, a hot iron, minutes later on that silk. I'm not taking it off yet. We just wanted to point out that it's still sitting there because we promise you this is not going to burn or scorch your fabrics.
That's great.
So here comes, is this like a charmeuse?
This is like a satin.
Okay.
So with any other iron, you'd have to wait and cool the plate down to the silk setting, the coolest setting, and even then you'd be very, very careful. So no temperature settings, 1 setting.
Okay.
Use your measuring cup to fill it up, turn it on, and it takes a few minutes to heat up and pressurize, and then you can go at it.
Good to go.
Any fabric, both sides are done. I'm going to actually, I'll do this whole top in a couple of seconds.
And it's got a pointy nose, so you can get around those buttons and everything.
Actually, I'll show you on a cotton shirt how to go over the buttons and
Okay.
things. So look at that. That
Fantastic.
blouse is done in no time. And again, there's no water stains, there's no wet marks.
Which would totally show up on that fabric.
Yes.
Okay,
Now we'll
so-
go to cotton here. So normally with these shirts, you'd have to undo the buttons and you go panel by panel.
Right.
You know, you iron over them quite a few times. You even have to spray them down with water with a lot of other irons out there. So you'll be pretty impressed with this. Use that steam button as you go. Okay. So 1 swipe there. Your both sides are done.
I love that it does the whole thing.
And that looks like it came from the dry cleaners.
It sure does.
Nice sharp
look. It sure does.
And then for the buttons or beading, could be sequins, decals, embroidery, rhinestones, where you'd normally have to go all around very carefully.
Right.
So now you could just gently hover right over the top with steam. Yes, everybody loves that part. Takes the little wrinkles out, and you don't have to. You don't burn or scorch
I'm
them.
just laughing because this thing is so great. And I already knew all this because I have one, but I love watching her do it all over again. This is so great.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we're getting into the season where we have embellished tops, embroidered tops, fancy things for parties, right? So things that you would not normally iron on a board, but look how this steams.
Yes, so there's sequins on here, beading, there's embroidery. This is something you'd have to be very, very careful with. So with the Eurosteam, you know, you don't ruin your clothes. You're not going to burn, you're not going to scorch them. Even if you wanted to do this right on the board, and if the phone rings, go and answer the phone, have a bit of a chat, come back a while later.
Fantastic. I love it. This is the lowest price we've ever offered on a Eurosteam iron. It's while supplies last. We were able to bring you lots of colors. We have it for you at a price considerably less than what you would spend at retail. And we've also given you free shipping and handling, saving you almost $11 right off the bat. Red, blue, purple, or black. Black is the most limited. And of course, you get the measuring cup, and you get the funnel, and you get the instructional DVD with it. This is 5 payments of under $22. This iron is really unlike anything else in the ironing class of machines. I mean, it's got a built-in Italian boiler, which, you know, other irons, you have to fill them up and they heat up, and then you can burst some steam out of them. But You don't get that kind of a burst of steam.
You certainly don't, no, because they don't have boilers in them.
Right.
With a regular iron, water trickles on the inside of the plate, and you have to have it on the highest setting in order to get steam.
Okay.
So it creates puffs, little bursts of steam.
Yes.
There's an actual steam generator, a boiler built right inside there.
Look at that.
So you get that wonderful, powerful, continuous steam whenever you want it. You never have to wait. Just to show you the pressure that the Eurosteam has, 60 pounds of steam pressure, and think of all the fabrics we've gone through, from your most delicates to your heavy fabrics. And I'm just about to do, I'm going to do 16 layers. This is cotton.
16 layers.
Yes. So this could be, you know, tablecloths or table napkins for those dinner parties over the season coming up here. So smooth on the board. It just glides so beautifully.
Okay, now are you going to tell me all those napkins have no wrinkles?
That is correct.
Oh my gosh.
All the way through.
Every single bandana piece is perfect.
So really, once you use a Eurosteam, it is very, very difficult.
That took you about 10 seconds to do all. Imagine if those were table napkins.
Yes, yes.
Oh my gosh.
And if you're a real iron fanatic and you do things like your bed sheets and bed skirts and things like that, you can do that right on the bed instead of ironing yards and yards of fabric over an ironing board. So it really is a time saver.
Okay.
It's a gift of time. Really.
Shall we reveal? It
Let's
doesn't burn the balloon, and come on in here and look.
100%.
How long has it been on here? Like 10 minutes or something?
Probably close to that, yes.
It did not burn this top. Look at that. Look, everybody. I'll turn it towards you so you can see. Look at that.
Silk. Even the embroidery.
Fabulous. Fabulous. That's so impressive.
Thank
All right.
you.
Close to 1,000 of these now ordered. This is while supplies last, so when they start to sell out in colors, they will not be back. Right now, we have black, which is the most limited, purple, blue, or red. We have sold over 15,000 of these, well, now I could say over 16,000 of these, since